Live with Big Man and Jay Lee on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
Yeah, so Dirk Nowitzki, Finals MVP. What does this championship do for him? Because let's be honest, back in 2006 when they lost to Miami, and then the following year lost in the first round to Golden State, you couldn't find anybody that was willing to back Dirk Nowitzki being
not at all
a great player. Like, he scores, but that's about it. So what is this championship? Because like I said, since we've been doing the show, since we've been gone, in the month and a half that we've been gone, Dirk Nowitzki has gone from soft as tissue paper, to the best player in the league.
I mean, he's going through what LeBron James is going through right now. That's what he went through after the 2006 finals. And then 3 out of the next 4 years, they lost in the first round of the playoffs. And then they had the disastrous year where Golden State was just a bad matchup for him.
But the thing is, that wasn't. I mean,
it's a surprise. You won. How many games they won next year? 60,
63, 64 games that year.
No, they won 67 games. They went 67 and 15.
Okay.
And 67 and 15,
okay.
James. They lost 15 times.
But hold on.
All year.
But out of the 15 times,
that's damn near 70.
I know, but out of the 15 times, Golden State in the regular season beat them, I think, twice. You know what I'm saying? So Golden State had their number the entire year. Everybody knew that Golden State, for some reason, was a very good matchup against the Dallas Mavericks.
At the end of the day, you win 67 games, you lose 15 games. Golden State snuck in as an 8 seed, and they probably won 40-something games that year.
No. Golden State.
I understand they played them well, and the NBA playoffs are all about matchups, but Dirk is supposed to be their super.
I know, but wasn't that a year that I think everybody had 50 wins that year? Like, everybody was good out in the West.
67.
Okay.
You won 67 games.
But all the teams were good that year, man.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Under no circumstances should an 8 seed be the number 1 seed.
Okay.
It just shouldn't happen. At the end of the day, you won 67 games and you lost 15 times. You got out-coached. You got outplayed. Dirk was soft, and he didn't show up.
Okay.
It's that simple.
Okay, so right now, Dirk is what?
He's a champion.
He's a champion.
He's a champion.
And he led his team. To the championship. Round 1, round 2, round 3. He was there.
I'll tell you what, man.
He didn't have a soft moment in this playoffs.
Dirk
he tore a tendon. He tore his tendon. No. He was sick.
No. That was hilarious. Hey, you know what? I don't blame Dirk for any of that. I mean, the Larry Bird comparisons and all that, this kind of justifies him, with Larry Bird saying, I feel honored to be mentioned in the same breath as Dirk Nowitzki. He won the ring, and you can't take that away from him. But at the same time, you do have to look back at some of those past failures. And like Magic Johnson said and John Barry said, if you win a championship, it pretty much erases everything else.
Yep.
Because now we're just going to remember how clutch Dirk was against the Miami Heat. We're not going to remember Dirk coming up small against Miami back in 2006.
Because we're talking about down 15, down 9. You know what I'm saying? And Dirk was one of the main guys coming back, along with Terry and Jason Kidd, yes, and JJ Barrera. But
Dirk made tough shots, man. Dirk made tough shots, and unlike LeBron James, he made plays when he had to. So, like I said, I earned a new level of respect for Chris Bosh. I never double negative here. I never not had respect for Dirk.
Right.
And I think everybody knew Dirk was a great player, but it was hard to shake that rap from 2006. It was hard to shake that
being
that
European.
Golden State. You know, exactly.
Being European, being a big man that shoots, you are.
There's stereotypes that come with basketball or sports and life in general. He was a 7-foot white guy who shot jump shots.
Right.
So he's European. He's gonna get labeled soft. And I hope after watching him this year in the NBA playoffs that you can dispel that, because Dirk showed that he is not soft.
And for LeBron James, it kind of gives hope to him that yes, and to anybody, and that's what I think kind of throws me so much about the hate towards LeBron James, and now everyone's already ready to like almost label him as just can't do it.
Yeah,
I'm like, did we just see who just won the finals? Did we just see who won the finals MVP? Well, it's the same guy that we dogged for the last 4 years.
Well, the thing is, the thing that makes it different is that Dirk did it in Dallas, and Dallas has been historically a bad franchise. Before Dirk got there,
before
Mark Cuban got there,
yep.
Dallas had a history of not being anything. And you sort of look at Dirk as everything that's right with basketball. He came over. He's been humble. He stuck it out even when it was bad. He had other offers to go places. You know, he stuck with Mark Cuban. He stuck with a bad franchise. Mm-hmm. Whereas LeBron is kind of looked at as everything that's wrong with today's professional athlete. He took the money and ran. Even though he took less money, he took the money and ran to Miami to play with his friends,
right,
to join forces and create a super team. Mm-hmm. So Dirk is looked at about everything is right with basketball, whereas LeBron's looked at as everything's wrong.
Let's be very honest. I'm telling you this right now.
Go ahead.
If it wasn't for the decision, he would not be getting this heat. I'm telling you, no pun intended.
I think he would.
I don't think he'd be getting not the hate he's been getting, James.
I don't think
if he did not do if he just did a press release, you know what I'm saying?
Even if he all right, if you sign with someone, you're gonna have a press conference.
Right.
There was no right way of going about it. People say you could have the decision or not have the decision. It wouldn't have had any effect. People would still look at LeBron James like a traitor. Okay. They would still look at him like that.
I think the decision's what kind of set it to a different level.
My question to you is, mm-hmm, what was really so bad about the decision?
It was the thing you were just talking about. The you know how he just feels like
did he say
arrogance. He didn't say anything wrong.
Did he do anything wrong? Did he say anything bad? Did he do anything
bad?
Jay,
he donated the money to the Boys and Girls Club.
That's what I'm asking.
It was all a positive.
That's what I'm asking.
Positive thing.
Like I sat back and I watched it on YouTube, and I'm trying to see exactly what rubbed everybody the wrong way.
He did nothing wrong. It's the fact that people were saying if he does a show, a primetime show, ESPN did a primetime show dedicated to him making the decision. Everyone's like, well, he wouldn't do Cleveland like that. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't do Cleveland like that on a primetime show. And leave.
Either way it goes, he's leaving Cleveland regardless.
Right.
Cleveland is going to be upset either way it goes. When the hell did everybody start feeling so sorry for Cleveland? like when did Cleveland become a charity case? He's leaving Cleveland. I think everybody knew he wanted out. There were always the rumors, he's going to New York. His team wants him here. Never once did anybody, people thought, he'd stay in Cleveland. But just because you're from there, doesn't mean you need to stay there your entire life.
Understood. Back to Dirk. back to Dirk.
Go right ahead.
Now, like we said, his legacy thing has changed a lot because he won this championship. Now, people are talking about top 20 player all time. We're talking all time now. We're going all time list, top 20 player. Do you think? I believe that Dirk is probably a top 20 player. Right, and this is going without a list in my head.
I have a list pulled up right here. I'm gonna rattle off the top 20 right now that they had, top 500 NBA players of all time. This was as of last year. Michael Jordan, Will Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Shaquille O'Neal, Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Tim Duncan, Larry Bird, Kobe Bryant. Those are the top 10. Is he replacing any of those guys? Okay, so we'll move on to the next 10. Jerry West, Elgin Baylor. Okay, those are two guys we never saw play. By the way,
we never saw Bill Russell and Will.
I'm just saying we've seen clips.
Yeah.
All right. So you got Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, Hakeem Olajuwon, who I think is a little low maybe, Bob Pettit, Moses Malone, Julius Erving, John Havlicek, Karl Malone, Isaiah Thomas, Charles Barkley. You putting them over any of those guys?
You could. You might be able to.
Here's the thing, and this just basically because I'm so young. Maybe John Havlicek, who I didn't really see. I never saw play. I haven't seen a highlight. I don't know much about John Havlicek. That's my basketball ignorance showing right there. Bob Pettit, another guy.
I think he can come down.
Elgin Baylor, I think did he win a ring?
Elgin Baylor's not going nowhere.
Elgin Baylor's not going anywhere. Jerry West obviously isn't going anywhere, even though he's a little bit overrated as far as being Mr. Clutch.
Now here's the question that we had, because we were talking about power forwards, because Dirk is a power forward.
So I mean, are we saying that Dirk's not top 20 all time?
I think he is top 20. I think he can replace a couple of those players.
I mean, he did win a ring. Barkley didn't win a ring. Karl Malone didn't win a ring. So maybe he can replace one of those two guys. But
Karl and Charles ain't coming down.
They're not coming down. As you go into that, let's say we go into that next five with Rick Barry, John Stockton, Elvin Hayes, Bob Cousy, David Robinson. Maybe I put him over David Robinson.
You can't take John Stockton off because he's one of the best point guards of all time.
One of the best point guards of all time. But I mean, if I'm starting a franchise, I'm taking Dirk over John. Stockton.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about it, man. The thing, Dirk is a unique player. He's a champion. I think top 15 in scoring now.
Yeah, man.
I believe he's top 15 in scoring.
Like, numbers-wise, you can't deny Dirks.
You can't deny
Dirks an all-time great, but then it just comes down to what do you prefer? Barkley, Malone,
Malone,
Kevin Garnett,
Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett.
I mean, there's not a discussion about, like, Tim Duncan is too good for this discussion.
Right, well.
Tim Duncan doesn't need, we don't have to mention that. We know he's the greatest power forward of all time.
Right.
But then you have Malone, Barkley, Kevin Garnett, Dirk Nowitzki, maybe Kevin McHale. No. So here's the question, and we probably have to take a break because we need to go on a LeBron binge. We're going to take a break. I really want to talk about this. Okay.
I say he's top 20. Do you say he's top 20? I think he's top 20.
I mean,
I think he's top 20.
Like I said, I can't sit here and say take John Havlicek off. I can't say take Bob Pettit off. I can't say Elgin.
Is he top 20? To you, is he top 20?
He's not top 20. He's in the next 5. I say he's top 25.
He's top 25? I believe he's top 20.
Just because, out of respect to those guys, I can't take any of them off.
We have our 1979 rule, and and in certain players, Wilt, it doesn't matter. Wilt, that doesn't pertain to. Bill Russell doesn't pertain to. But I have a 1979 rule.
If we're going 1979, he's top freaking 10.
I have a 1979 rule where I don't, there's certain players that you just know, Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, you just know they are top whatever they are.
I'm going to say something right now that might ruffle a few feathers.
Oh, God, here we go.
If Bill Russell was alive and well today, he'd get ran out the damn gym and he'd get banged.
Because you know who Bill Russell is, body type. You looked at size-wise. Luol Deng.
Yeah, about to say. Size and weight ratio, he's Luol Deng. Luol Deng don't want no parts of the Dwight Howard, Andrew Bynum, Pau Gasol, Zach Randolph on that block.
When we come back, we're going to talk about the top, how Dirk fares against Kevin Garnett, and how Dirk is, compared to the top 5 players currently now in the league.
Is he the best player in the NBA? That's the big question.
We're going to talk about that when we come back. It's a booth with Big Matt and Jay Lee.
ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
Hi, I'm Dean Castronovo. Hi, I'm Steve Algieri.
And I'm John.